Okay, let's take a look at the menu of the US430 laser machine. Now let's look at the top left corner. In the top left, we have the printing status and this parameter here. It shows whether it is displayed or not. You can see it. Right now, this is a status. This is the standby status. Over here is the printing count. The printing count should be over 50,000 products, and this is the content we are printing. Over here in this area, we have the specific message name and the actual message content. This particular section is dedicated for our machine and its internal software systems. This status here is the ready status. Here, there's a login option. When we turn on the machine, when you power it on, the screen displays this status. In this state, of course, it's not fully powered on yet. We can't see our menu here. To access the menu, we first need to log in. Click this lock icon, then enter the administrator username and password each time. Lowercase letters, ADMIA. Please input those credentials to access your account. All right, now you can see it's displayed. Let's take a look at the first menu, print hardening. This section mainly deals with the aiming beam. Right now it's stationary. It's stationary at the moment. Why are every single one of our prices in red? And then the second one here is print and everything else. Aiming at what? It's because our print headline movement selection is set to moving mark. If we choose this, it must be static printing. Now it's up to standard. If I want to change it now, first we need to stop this state. It must be an idle state. Then we click settings, click this main interface, set up the production line. For participating in movement, what should we change it to? After setting it to static, go back to the main interface. Now take a close look right here. At this specific point, you will notice that the second option is no longer highlighted in red anymore. Let's select the second option. We can choose any of these here. Why is that? For the first option, if we select the first option, it's like this. Hey, the current content will be displayed. If we select the second option, the space occupied by our information and its positioning are all displayed, taking up about this much area. For the third option, if we select the third one, it will. In this case, it's the same. All right, if I select the second option, I didn't check the print preview. Okay, let's print and see if its position is right here. Further, let's check if our positioning is within this box. All right, that's correct. This is macro positioning. We can also set it to stationary, general. Now then, this is for turning on and turning off the aiming beam feature on your device. The second button is, thank you for your feedback. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Here, I specifically dedicated a section to briefly explain this. We can see here that we are operating locally. All right, here we can directly edit our information, just modify our information right here. And here is where you create new information. All right, this section is mainly about information, and we're focusing on explaining the settings here. For settings, the main thing we'll talk about first is the production line settings. In the production line settings, the first item here is already configured at the factory, so we don't need to adjust it ourselves. There's also the option for moving or stationary. Right now, it's set to stationary. If we want to change it to moving mode, then we need to adjust it here. Set it to moving before switching to moving mode. We must make sure to disable the aiming laser or only aiming. The middle option here doesn't work. We can't select the middle one. Also, the status must be idle or standby. Only when it's in standby can we make changes here. Only then can we change the point line movement here to flying, flying. If it was originally in a stationary state and we change it to this state, after switching, let's take a look. It will trigger an alarm on the production line. The production movement is currently stationary, stationary. Now let's change it again. As you can see, everything here is red and you simply can't select it. It's not selectable at all. So if we want to modify the status, change the printing status, we must turn this off here, disable it, and also disable the aiming laser. After disabling it, over here, now it's no longer red and can be changed. Got it. When we make changes, if we switch to flight mode and move to engraving, we can see the encoder here. The encoder, enable the encoder here, can be set from left to right or right to left, and you can choose whether it's external or internal. Also, if we rotate the encoder, the pulses here will move. Okay, since we haven't plugged it in yet, let's plug it in now. After sending, when we rotate this pulse, it moves slightly, just a little bit. Multiple. All right, let's take a look at the trigger signal. For the trigger signal, the photoelectric sensor, we can see that it can use an external source. Externally, you can choose whether to trigger on a low level or a high level. You can also set the print delay and the pulse duration here. All these options can be selected and enabled here. At this point, both the copper component and the photoelectric component are involved. The photoelectric sensor section is all on the production line. The speed is adjusted here along with the production line. These two options are not commonly used. Let's talk about the folder options. With the folder options, what can we do? Move it closer inside. You can add test questions or you can delete information. Both are possible. As for our information, go to bed. I didn't select it here. Local, local. Of course, right now there's only one piece of information, just one message. If I want to delete it after selecting it, click this to delete it and it will be completely removed, deleted. Oh, make sure this file is safe. It's already getting quite late here. If I'm not connected to the internet and we need to communicate, we can set things up right here. You can also set the RP address, as you can see. Now let's take a look at the language section under the region settings. Yeah. The date and time are in this section. And then there's our system. In the system section, you can see our software version. One is the software version, and the other is our machine model software version. After that, there's the software version as well. There are also our laser settings where you can configure some options. As you can see, all right, this is a very straightforward and easy to use navigation menu interface.